Hello. It has been a while, and I look different. It is June 11th, and I guess I'm not done planting. Okay, here's the situation. Some of the last videos that I did, I was cultivating this field, right? And I kind of did it a little bit too soon, I think, because the plants were short, and I think I covered most of them with dirt. And then as I was going through this field, I noticed that a lot of this area right here is just thin, like less than 50% there. Now, areas like here and in the back part of the field, it's still sort of okay, but over half of this field is pretty thin. And it's now to the point where am I going to be able to break even on this field? So I probably invested about $900 in this 6-acre field. That's the seed, that's the fertilizer. Well, I'm not counting fertilizer. So seed, spray, V5 fungicide. I mean, you can count time, I guess, but that all adds up to about $900 in this field. Now, I'm not counting fertilizer because it's there and I think it can still be used. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to chisel plow and plant beans in the areas where there is barely any corn, which is about over half the field, to try and make up and gain back anything that I lost in that field. So I'm hoping that I will get, over 400 or 500 back from the corn that I'll leave, and the beans that I plant now, maybe I'll get over $500, $600, $700 out of that. I do have beans left over. I don't really have anything to spend, just the time to get that area chiseled up and ready to plant, which I'm going to probably do right now. I'm going to chisel it tonight and I'll plant tomorrow. I was planning on spraying the rest of my beans and corn tomorrow before I go to work, because it's going to be breezy tomorrow afternoon. But I might just maybe take the rest of the day off to plant the rest of that field in the beans. So that means we're going into the 2670 and the chisel plows, and we're going to do some tillage. Okay, so it's just past 8 o'clock. We can get out there and get started. I am spraying tomorrow morning, but I will need the 30 to also hook onto the planter. But yeah, let's get this guy started first. Oh, just like de-salt. De-salt. That's right, I forgot we have a flat tire on the chisel plows. I have to, yeah. All right, so we were able to limp up here. So this is the 6-acre field that I planted. I have Hybrid 90 on this side, and then I have Seedway 100 on that side. We did a poor job getting this field ready for planting. Weeds came up pretty fast. I panicked, and when I was trying out those cultivators, the corn at the 111-day field was a lot more taller than when I came in here. And I covered up probably half the field, most of it is covered up. Now, you can see here in the video here that, I mean, the video looks worse than than standing in real life, but this portion here is pretty thin. Up front, along the side, and right around here is a lot better. So with a little bit of collaboration with some people, I have decided to cut my losses on this portion of the field. So this is probably about 3 acres. I'm hoping that the other half will grow but with it being June 11th, tomorrow's June 12th, I am going to go ahead and chisel this up, and I'm going to put soybeans in here. So I have a whole bunch of untreated beans that I'm going to plant. So I already have that. And I am going to use the corn planter and probably do like a twin row kind of thing. I still have some fertilizer left over, so I'm going to incorporate that. So it's a little late, but we can still plant beans, and I'm hoping to get some sort of yield out of the beans, which would have been better return than what's like not really here. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna try and do something like an acre or so here. Because why not? I got the tractor, I got the chisel plows. I'm gonna use a corn planter, so let's see if I can plant a little bit of beans over here. I mean, anything extra is gonna help, especially with deer pressure, varmint pressure. So we're gonna go and start. I'll be out here for about an hour, but I'll try and hit this stuff first, and then we'll work on this over here later for tomorrow. Okay, it's been over an hour. I did not do this yet. I actually hit that out there. You can kind of see. Just kind of did that. I might be like almost 2 acres there. Most of it's hit once. It needs to be hit a bunch more times. But I'm going to work on that tomorrow morning when I get up. And then when it's ready, time to spray, I will spray. And then I will continue on with this planting soybeans on June 12th project. Okay, it is June 12th morning. It's almost 8 o'clock, and we're already off to a terrible start. So, was chisel plowing back here. I came out here this morning, and I started up the tractor, and I started making a round, and I ran out of fuel. That should have not happened because I had over a quarter tank left because I figured I had enough fuel to do all this stuff here. And to my investigating, it looks like when I was running over some brush and stuff that it knocked open or broke the petcock that is under the fuel tank as a water and gunk collector. So that needs to be addressed, and I'm gonna have to get fuel. So I'm already off to a bad start. Okay, here's the side of the tractor. Here's our fuel tank. We have two, one on each side. And under each tank we have this catch thing, and we're missing something there. So I was draining diesel fuel at some point yesterday, and it all drained out last night. So I need to plug that up. So yeah, I'm just gonna remove it and go from there. I probably lost 50 to 70 gallons. Well, add that up to the 900. All right, I'm gonna go get fuel, and I'm going to find a plug. So this is an 1/8 inch pipe plug. I don't know if I have any or have to get one, because that's something that we don't really use here on the farm. On my way to get fuel, and we're gonna stop at the garage and find a plug. I think we should find one. We'll be able to find one. Well, son of a bitch, I actually found a petcock. Now that is, those are some odds right there to actually find something like this on the farm. Cool. All right. So I have yet to chisel some of the cornfield. But I spent all my time chiseling like this little 3 acres over here. I didn't go all the way in the back, but I was able to chisel this 3 times. Once that way, once this way, and then the 3rd time that way. And then areas more than 4 or 6. So tomorrow morning, I will chisel this, and then I'm not working tomorrow, and then get the planter. I might even get the cultipackers out, because I think I want to cultipack that, so that kind of dries out, because this is actually day 2 of me hitting that. And then I'll cultipack this, and then it should not take me long to plant. I am going to use fertilizer, but I'm going to have a slower rate, so I might have to only go in twice or once to fill up. So yeah, I'm going to have like over 5 acres here planted in beans. So yeah, that's what's going on. Check that out. We got it installed. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of fuel in here. I'm going to get it primed up, started, and I'm going to crawl it over closer to the car so I can put some fuel in it. Okay, so we're going to basically old school siphon some fuel out. Okay, update. Well, it is the next day. I actually stopped and I sprayed the rest of my beans in the cornfield. And then I went to work. And then I came back home and I actually chisel plowed this 2.5 acres here that we've never really done. Like over 40 years. Yeah, it's a wettish field. And I'm trying to get it resurrected. But yeah, I spent a good 3 hours back here getting this all chiseled 3 times. It's pretty decent considering it's all sod and grass and dirt. But I'm going to hit it in some spots one more time, and then I'm finally going to do a piece of this cornfield. I think this and this will be a total of like 4.5 acres. It'll be in beans. Diesel! I fucking love diesel. We're still nursing this flat tire. The rim should still be fine because I've been in dirt the whole time. But I don't have time to spend 40 minutes on swapping a tire. I gotta go. Last round here. It's almost 10:30. All right, we're done. So we're gonna limp home. Surprised that tire is still on that rim. All right, we're gonna go home. We're gonna get the 970 fired up, get those cultivators unhooked, and go hook onto the cultipackers, drag that out of the weeds. I know that has a flat tire, but again, we're not gonna let that stop us. We'll limp it over to the field here, and we will cultipack this field. All right, there we go. There's the cultipackers. There's that wheel that we've never finished to fix because we're lazy and we're too busy. I'm surprised that tire is so good. It's actually working quite well. I'm a few rounds in. I've been getting a little bit of buildup between these tines. Because again, we got clumps of sod and weeds, and they can get caught in between these tines. This guy here is a little loose, so it kind of veered off. So just kind of center it. I moved those 2 over a little bit more, just to give a little bit more maximum space. That's been the only problem side of the whole thing so far. these are pretty wide. So, all right, we're gonna keep on going. Okay, I am done cultipacking. It is 1:30. So we got that over there all cultipacked. That's as good as that field is gonna be. And then I hit this, and this is like perfect. I mean, this right here is what we want our soil to look like. The reason why I don't do this is because it's a time thing. I was also led to believe that by cultipacking the dirt, the weeds will grow faster, and I have confirmed that. In this case here, I was using it for over there. What's an extra 30 minutes? Plus, I'm gonna be spraying early or twice anyway. So any weeds that come up, I can knock them down easily. So we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna make my perimeter pass, and then we're gonna get the planter all ready to go. It's 5 o'clock. After hooking on, I found the units. I welded that one up, so it's right here on the end. I loaded up all the beans. I loaded up the fertilizer. I also took a break, get some lunch. It's 5 o'clock. I'm putting down about 200 pounds per acre. I still got some fertilizer left. And here, I'm shooting for like over 200 per acre. And I'm gonna kind of do like a twin row, maybe close to a 15-inch row. So I'll be going up and down. So yeah, this will put down like 100 pounds per side. So, all right, let's go. But I'm trying to do 15 inches with the planter. So the planter is set to 30 inches spacing. And then I turn around and I drive back down the same way I came, but I'm going this way just a little bit more to try and achieve like a 15-inch row spacing type deal. But yeah, we're planting. And again, I'm trying to do like over 20,000 seeds per whatever. I'm going like an inch deep because I want to make sure that they're getting moisture and naturally. Oh, there we go. Seeing some beans for sure right there. They're getting planted. And that's why I'm using the planter, to make sure that they get in the soil. And honestly, I am not seeing any coming out. So this is working out very good. Okay, it is the next day. Man, yesterday was just a long ass day. Everything just took a while to do shit. But yeah, I had company last night, so I had to stop. But I was low on fertilizer. So we're going to fill this up. And we are going to finish planting this morning. And then I can go back to work. Okay, so I got most of this field done last night. So all I have left to do is this little bit on the side and a little bit on that side. And then I'm gonna go around the perimeter. Because again, I'm kind of doing a twin row with the 15, so I'll go up. That's one, and I'll do that a second time to really get a bunch of beans along the woods, because this field is surrounded by woods and animals are going to come in and eat everything. So let's just put down a lot of seed so there's a lot of plants for them to feed. And then we'll finish that right there. All right, we got that field planted. That's just over 2 acres. I planted over like 20,000 seeds per acre. So I'm really excited to see how that grows. I'm also curious on how much it gets devastated by all the fucking deer and varmints and woodchucks and whatnot. But something is going to grow there, and we will harvest something out of that. And now we're ready to do this field here. This is just over 2 acres as well. And so there's like 3.5 acres left here. So again, I'm hoping to get over 300 bushel of corn out of this and something out of here. So yeah, I'm gonna switch my planting depth because this ground is pretty much immaculate. So I don't want to go as deep. So I'm gonna switch it. I was going just over an inch out there, so I'm just gonna go under an inch here. We are done. Okay, so that was quite a fucking 3 days worth of getting all that planted. And honestly, since I'm kind of set up here, there's some end rows by the intercrop plot, and then there's some end rows over here where I planted May 16th, where the deer and varmints just decimated. So I'm just going to fill up. I have a few bags left of the non-treated beans, and I'm gonna plant that out since I'm here. So okay. So here's part of this 4.5 acres. Here's the intercrop plant, and this little sliver here is right next to the woods, and we planted it May 16th. There's like nothing here. All the animals pretty much ate it. There's a little bit down here. So I still got some seed left, so I'm just gonna do 15-inch rows and replant this. That way something is still growing, and maybe they'll continue to eat this and not what I got over there. So, well, I got some time, and I'm on the tractor, got the planter, got the beans, let's do this. Okay, so here's our corn plot, and then I planted 10 acres towards the back of this field. So I made a couple of passes here along the tree line so that when we combine the beans, we can take the combine and just go right up there. And again, this is all gone. There were beans here coming up 3 weeks ago, but there's a few, but they're all gone because there's deer coming across the road. They come feast. There's woodchucks. So I got the planter. I got a couple bags left. Let's just go up and down, do some 15-inch rows. That way, more stuff comes up. Okay, I did a couple extra passes here along the side. Basically just went right up against the corn. So all these beans here are gonna grow and either get eaten again or be something that I could harvest. But yeah, really glad I had those extra bags of untreated stuff. And was able to hit that, hit over by the intercrop, and also plant a couple more acres extra. So good deal. Okay. So technically, hopefully, we're done planting June 15th. Or the 16th. It's Friday. So, all right, we're done planting. So we're gonna, at this point of the summer, we're gonna wash this out. We're gonna oil this up. I might maybe take the units off because these units need to be rebuilt really bad. There's a lot of bearings that are bad, the discs are loose, and they just need overhaul. But yeah, planting is done for 2024. Yay!